Alright, 110 part 1033, control of mission for locomotives. Title 40, Subpart I, requirements for owners and operators. 801, applicability. Requirements of the Subpart applicable to all the owner and operator of the locomotive subject to the provision of the Subpart, except for the otherwise specified for the prohibition related with the provision 1033-815, apply with any of the performance maintenance on a locomotive subject to the vision of this part. Remanufacturing requirements 805. A. See the definition of remanufacture section 1033-901. Determine the remanufacture of locomotive with the engine and replacing the power assembly only at one time. They will qualify remanufacture depending on the interval between replacement. See definition of the new 11033-901. Determine the remanufacture of the locomotive with the make safe of the subject of the requirements for this part. But if the locomotive is considered to be new, if the subject with the certificate and requirements of this part except under unless accepted in subpart G of this part staying within your locomotive subject will depend on the factors following. Data original manufacturer family mission level the previously certified with the list of the locomotive mission control information level the power rating where it's above below the 2300 horsepower with the calendar year which it was manufactured. C. May comply with the certification requirements of this part of the remanufactured locomotive obtained with the certificate in conformity specified in subpart C with the part having the certificate. Remanufacture included of the locomotive under its certificate of conformity. Either case of the remanufactured locomotive must be covered with the certificate before the reintroduced into service. D. If you do not obtain their own certificate conformity, EPA with the contact certifying remanufacturer have the locomotive include the certifying conformity comply with the certificate holder with the locomotive with the model and date with the original manufacturer. Previously, family mission level, the power rating allow it to be discovered in the certificate must also conclude do all the following. Public certificate holder to mission related installation instruction which include with the following description of how to assemble and adjust the locomotive so they will operate according to design specifications within the certificate. See paragraph E section of the requirements related with this part may use. 2. The instruction to remove the emission control information table and label and replace it with a certified holder new label. Note: in most cases, you must not remove the locomotive emission control information level to provide certificate holder information identified as necessary to comply with the requirements of this part. For example, the certificate holder may require to provide the information specified in 1033-735 for parts related to mission and mission-related parts not addressed. The certified holder of the mission-related installation instruction may use the part as any sort of the mission-related parts listed in the certified holder of the mission-related installation instruction. You must either use specified parts certified in 1033-645 of the manufacturing if you believe the certified holder included the mission-related parts as actual unrelated to the mission. You may ask to exclude the subparts for the mission-related instructions. Note the paragraph E, but this does not apply with respect to the parts maintenance other than remanufacturing 1033-815 provision related to general maintenance. Failure to comply with this section is violation of Title 4 CFR 1068-101A1. Alright, that was 1033-805 remanufacturing requirements. Alright, in-use testing, applicable to section apply with the Class 1 freight words, does not apply with either owner or operator test requirement. Annual testing sample the locomotive of your fleet with the purpose of the section with the feet include with the locomotive of the owner of the operator locomotive of the leasing. Your leasing test procedure part F of the part and list of the different procedures except for the described the case described paragraph B2 of the section. At least 75 thousandths of the percent of the average number of locomotives of the fleet during the previous calendar year. Determine the number to be tested with the multiplying number of the locomotives fleet to 0.00075, rounding up to the next whole number. We may allow to have a small number of locomotives to determine the number of the test otherwise required, but the section is not necessary. So the locomotive selection, we will specify the different options to be able to test the locomotive specified in the paragraph C1 section. Option 1, no case that will exclude the locomotives become visible with smoke history with the durability problems, other evidence of manufacturer may test more of the locomotives down than the requirement. To option 1 is the extent of the possible such select locomotive for each of the manufacturer and remanufacturer for each tear level of tear 0, tear 0, 1, and 2 in proportion of the number of your fleet with exclude the locomotive tested during the previous year. If possible, select the locomotive that have been operated less than 100% of the useful life. Therefore, the multiple locomotive at the meeting of the requirements of paragraph C1 randomly select locomotives present among these locomotives. The number of certified locomotives that have been operated for at least 100% of the useful life, if not larger enough to fulfill testing requirements. Test locomotives will still be within their useful life as follows. 1. Test locomotives in your fleet nearest the end of the useful life of the may identify such locomotive range value with the representative fraction of the useful life already used up for the locomotive. 2. For example, you determine that 20% of your fleet that has been operated with at least 75% of the useful life. In such cases, like locomotive the testing have been operated with at least 75% of the useful life. Option 2, if you hold the certificate, some of your locomotives may ask you to allow for the select up of the 2 locomotives specified in Subpart E with this part. Count those locomotives or both of the testing obligation of the Subpart section. Option 3, may ask you to allow the test locomotive to the part covered under 1033-645 of the non-chain with the number of the locomotive in USB's test. Option 4, may require the test specific locomotive to include locomotives that do not meet with the criteria specified in any of the options section. If we do so, we'll specify which locomotive test of the January 1st calendar year with the testing required. D. Reporting requirements. Report all the tests done with the compliant provision section within 45 calendar days each for the calendar year. Minimum will include the following: a full corporate name and address for the year for each locomotive tested, and is following corporate name and the manufacturer list, manufacturer, remanufacturers of locomotives, including both certificate holder, install, where different, corporate name of the manufacturer, last manufacturer engine of the engine different than that of the manufacturer locomotive. 2. For the year and month done with the engine manufacturer of the locomotive, the engine, and with the manufacturer's model designation, locomotive, the manufacturer's model designation of the engine, and locomotive identification number. 3. Year and month known with the engine last underweight remanufacturer of the engine remanufacturer designation with the reflects mostly reflect the engine after last remanufactured engine family identification. 4. The number of the megawatt hours miles that have been available that locomotive has been operated since the last remanufacture of the emission test result of the measured pollutants. E. Do not have to submit a report any year with which to perform no emissions testing under the section. F. You may have to allow the sub-equivalent emission data collected for the other person installed instead of some of all the test data that is required in section. If we allow the advance, you may report with emission data calculated other testing sampling report procedures instead of same all other data specified by the section. G. Submit all the reports to the designated compliance officer. 8. To violate comply with the section violation title 40 CFR 1068-101A2. That was 810 in-use testing program. Alright, 1033-815, maintenance, operation, and repair. Linked to the amendment published today, title 80, Federal Register 44, 86, January 24, 2003. All persons who own, operate, maintain locomotives are subject to this section, except when we specify the requirement applied with the owner. Unless we allow others, otherwise, all owners of locomotives subject to the provision of the part entry of the emission related to maintenance of the performing locomotive specified within the maintenance instruction provided by certifying manufacturer remanufacturer compliance with 1033-125 of the maintenance equivalent with the maintenance specified with the certifying manufacturer remanufacturer in terms of maintaining emission performance. B. Performance on schedule of maintenance in a timely manner include malfunctions identified through locomotive emission control diagnostic system malfunctions, discover the components of the diagnostic system itself. For most repair of the paragraph B requires that the maintenance period is performed no later than the locomotive's next periodic 92 or 184-day inspection. See paragraph E with the section reductant replenishment requirements of the locomotive equipped with the SCR system. C. Even the good engineering judgment would perform the maintenance of the locomotive subject for the provision of this property must perform all the maintenance repairs such for the reasonable technical basis believing that the locomotive will continue after the maintenance or repair to meet the applicable emission standard of the in-family emission level to which is certified. D. The owner of the locomotive must keep record of all the maintenance and repairs could reasonably affect the emission performance of any locomotive subject to the provision of this part. Keep the records for the 8 years. For E. For locomotives equipped with emission control for the required use of specific fuels, lubricants with the other liquids, other fluids properly manufactured include complying with the remanufacturing specifications of such fluids when operating locomotives. This requirement applies without regard for the misfueling, permanently disabled emission control of the locomotive certified with the ultra sulfur diesel fuel, but it does not include sulfur sensitive emission control. They may use the lower sulfur diesel fuel instead of ultra sulfur. Low sulfur diesel fuel consistent with a good engineering judgment. The following additional provisions apply with locomotives equipped with the SCR system requiring use of other urea or other reductants. Must plan appropriately to ensure the reduction available to the locomotive during the operation. If the SCR diagnostic indicates the otherwise determined either the reduction, supply, reduction, quality of the locomotive inadequate, you must replace reductant as soon as practicable. If you operate the locomotive without appropriate urea or other reductant, you must report such for the operation within 30 days of notice. Such an operation violates requirements of the paragraph E. However, the one does not mitigation factors such as how long the locomotives operated without appropriate year or the production determine whether the access penalty for such violation. F. Failure to fully comply with the section violation in Title 40 CFR 1068-101B. Alright, in-use locomotives 820. We may require to supply in-use locomotives for the use of to us for testing, which specify the reasonable time and the place you must supply the locomotive reasonable period during which we will keep them, and for testing may be reasonable along with you the schedule of supply of the locomotives to minimize the disruption with the other operation. The number of the locomotives must supply limited to the file, but may not require the Class 1 railroad to supply more than locomotives per railroad per calendar year. 2. Will not require non-Class 1 railroads of the ending subject of the provision of subpart of the must to supply more than 2 locomotives of the railroad per calendar year. Request locomotives under paragraph A2 for the only purpose that cannot be accomplished by using a locomotive supplied under paragraph A1 of the section. B. Must make reasonable efforts to supply, manufacture, remanufacture, and with testing locomotives needed to fill and use testing requirements of subpart E of this part. C. Failure to fully comply with the section violation Title 40 CFR 1068-101A2. Alright, 1033-825 refueling requirements. A. If your locomotive operates on viable fuel, the refueling equipment must be designed and used to minimize the escape of the used fuel vapor. The means that you may not use the refueling equipment in a way that remains refueling emission control and operative for the effectiveness. B. The locomotive that operates with the gaseous fuel hoses used in to refuel may not designate to the bled or vent into the atmosphere under normal operation conditions. Failure to fully comply with the requirements of the section Title 40 CFR 1068-101B. Alright, that was requirements for the owner and operator subpart I, Title 40, Part 10, Part 1033, control emissions from locomotives. That's subpart I, requirements for owners and operations.